Hello and welcome to Herald TV News with me, Conor Rosario. The people who have been affected by land grabbing have now urged the authorities not to endanger their lives and to restore the integrity and credibility of the village. Bare Asegaon and Anjuna are the most affected villages where as many as 45 cases of land grabbing have come to light, and affected people who are mostly senior citizens whose properties have been grabbed by manipulations and forging documents. These elderly people, some of them living alone, have become victims of the land grabbers.
Now, Bade Anjuna reports more than 45 cases of land grabbing. These elderly people, some of them living alone, have become victims of the land grabbers. In one case, the Maharashtra police have registered an offence against Afra Montero, resident of Andheri West, Mumbai, and unknown persons for allegedly transferring 43,000 square meters of land fraudulently.
That this property belongs to the Oliveira family. It was bought by my grandfather, and it's nearly about 70, 80 or 90 years old property. It is in our family since generations to come. We've been looking after the properties, but unfortunately we have come to know that this property has been fraudulently by fraudsters, and they have managed to even do the mutation and deleted our names from the form 1 and 14. That is my mother, who's very much alive. She's 84 years old, my sister and myself. But it has been portrayed that we are dead. And one of the fraudsters has inherited the property from us. So basically, this property that you see is been vandalized and destroyed by the fraudsters, and now we are in the process of getting it back, and we're trying our best to sort this issue out. The problem is that all of us are affected over here. A number of people's houses, people's properties have been fraudulently converted into their names. The deed of sale was done at that time when I was not even born. My mother has been portrayed to be my sister, and we are all supposed to be the children of my grandfather. So there's all generations skipped, and then it's shown that we are all three dead. So basically I'm still alive and going to fight it out.
But how these people target,
How do they target this property? Well, I think because there are 2-3 properties here already targeted, they saw that this is a huge piece of land, and so they decided to do that. But they succeeded it. For me, it is shocking because when my father died and we filed inventory proceedings, and the thing was changed from my father to my mother and my sister and myself, it took us nearly a year to do all that paperwork. But these fraudsters, surprisingly, in 1 month, they were able to do all this. So definitely, there are a lot of people involved in this.
All these properties have been acquired by fraud in 2 ways. Inserting deeds in the archives in the year supposedly done in the year 1951, and inserting deeds in the office of the sub-registrar of Bades at Mopsa. Subsequently, succession deeds have been drawn in Kankan, and based on the succession deeds, fraudulent mutations have been done. These mutation proceedings, no procedure has been followed, no rules of mutations have been followed, and subsequently the names have been transferred to the names of the fraudsters of about 40 to 45 properties in the area. People are suffering, people are angry, and now people have to go to court. So it's a request to all the authorities to please look into this matter urgently and revert all the names of the people to the rightful owners and take criminal action against the perpetrators of this crime.
Ashmita Polji for Herald TV.
Several residents and citizens from Old Goa have once again hit the streets in protest, but this time against the upcoming garbage treatment plant at Bangini. Locals said that they don't want the garbage treatment plant at Old Goa. They fear another sorcerer and also threat and disturbance of their lives and the World Heritage Site. Few weeks ago, the Science and Technology and Waste Management had invited objections from the public to the proposed solid waste treatment plant at Baingini, Old Goa.
The residents of Old Goa holds protest against Baigini garbage treatment plant. Locals said they don't want the garbage treatment plant at Old Goa. They fear another Sonsado and also threat and disturbance of their lives and the World Heritage Site. The public earlier was asked to submit the objection, if any, within a month's time. The government had already acquired 1.71 lakh square meters of land at Baigini to set up the state-of-the-art garbage treatment plant. The compound walls has also been erected there.
आम्ही आज तुमकां दाखोवंक सोदता की ह्या जाग्यार गार्बेज प्लांट येता. ह्या जाग्यार जो आम्ही आज उबय आसा त्या जाग्यार हांगा पळया बिल्डिंगो पळया, ही लोकवस्ती पळया. हांगा जवळ जवळ 2000 फ्लॅटां आसा. हेजे सकयल तळी आसा. हांगा ओल्ड गोवा चर्च आसा. टुरिस्ट स्पॉट आहा आमचो बरो. दिसाक हांगा हजारांनी लोक येता. ह्या जाग्यार जर गार्बेज प्लांट येयलो जाल्यार आज कितें जातलें हे आमी सरकाराच्या दोळ्या फुडल्यान हाडून दाखोवपाक लागून आयज आमी जमल्या. तुमकां आतां हांव सांगता तुमकां, तुमी फुड्यान आसा मिडिया भाव आमचे, ह्यान फुडें हो गार्बेज प्लांट येवचो ना. कितेंय करूंक पडलें आतां आमकां लोकां बरोबर रावपाक जाय आनी ह्या आमी ओल्ड गोवान सारकेल्यांक बांयगणी गार्बेज प्लांट आमी हाडपाक जाय.
Sir, because of construction, you are objecting this plant?
No. हांगा आमची हेरिटेज, हांगा टेम्पलां आसा, चर्च आसा, लेक आसा, हांगा हॉस्पिटलां आसा, मठ आसा, खूब कितें आसा.
मिस्टर फळदेसाय, आता समज बाय फोर्स गव्हर्नमेंटान हे फुडें येलें, कित्याक तेणी आतां सद्याक EIA हे केलेलें आहा, एक्सप्रेशन ऑफ इंटरेस्ट. समज तर येलें जाल्यार तुमचें कितें आसतलें? तुमी कितल्या लोकांक पासून हाडूंक शकता?
सांगता मरे, हांव तेच सांगता. पयलो रस्त्यार हांव न्हिदतलो, म्हाजे वयल्यान गाडी तेंच्यांनी व्हरची पडटली. हांव लोकांच्या फाटल्यान रावतलो आनी हो प्लांट येवपाक दिवचो ना. आणि बाकीचे मागीर कितले लोक जमतले पळय ते त्या टायमार हांव तुमकां सांगता.
ओके सर, ते जाल्यार आतां गार्बेज प्लांटाचो इश्यू आतां तुमी गेलो. आतां रस्त्यार जो गार्बेज आसा तेजो कितें सोल्युशन आसा? आतां वयता थंय तुमी पयल्यान गार्बेजीस
पळय, आतां आमी जो पळय रोडार पळय गार्बेज पडलेली आसा, आमी मंडेच्यान ते काडटा. आमी रिक्षा 4 अपॉयंट केल्ले आसा. जो आतां म्हाज्या नदरेन पळय येयला, आयज एक पेपरार येयल्लें आसा, खंय तरी धांवचे खंय तरी गार्बेज उडयल्ली आसा. हांवें तांकां आतां ऑर्डर दिल्या मंडेच्यान 4 रिक्षा घेवन वचपाचें आनी गार्बेज सगळे रोडार जी पळय कितें आसा ते सगळें काडपाची. म्हाका आमचो मतदारसंघ सारको क्लीन जाल्लो.
There are 3 things for your question. One, now for this plant, the citizens have filed a case in Supreme Court. It is a violation of Article 21. It's a violation for free air and things, and violation of buffer zone, which is not notified by TCP or by anybody. So, and why the TCP or somebody else has given a license, that is questionable. You can seek the answers. We have the proofs. In the proclamation also you see the boundary north, which is subdivided plots, which are shown, which equals to that the plant is bordering the separate thing, which they say outside the boundary of the plant. So that is the documentary evidence again. Now you search for that property which are boundering, you will come to know what exactly is.
I've been staying here for the past now 25 years. And I would like to bring to your notice that in 2006 onwards, when we heard about this garbage treatment plant coming over here, we had objected to it. And at that time, I still remember when the big meeting was called for, Mr. Kutikar even suggested that this area should be an education hub, and which we all acknowledged. Now, years have passed by. Every time this meeting is called for, every time there is this issue coming up, every time we are objecting to it. But we are not allowed to speak. Why we are not allowed to speak? We will tell you what we are facing. If you know, these buildings are not very old. They have come up after the 2006 issue. Okay? But we cannot blame the people of these buildings. We cannot blame the locals of these buildings over here who have put on all their hard-earned money for this. Well, if in 2006, when the government said that they are thinking of building a CCP had acquired this land to build a garbage treatment plant, where the locals objected to it. This is a catchment area where the water resources from this area is going all over. Sogल्याक हे उदक वेता. Kormoye वेता, Kormoyeच्या तळान दिसती पडटा वेता पळय तें, कोल्ले वेता, सांतांद्रे कॉन्सेट थिंगा वेता, सगळ्या लोकांक अफेक्ट जाता. आनी हें जें उदक, हें जर गार्बेज ट्रिटमेंट प्लांट हिंगासर आयलो जाल्यार तेचे लेचेट जे आसा ते खंय वयतले? हेचे कोणें हें केलां? कितले वर्सां देखून तो गार्बेज डंप करतले? Is our government prepared? Does our government have a good management? Does our government have a good management where they can control any disaster that could come?
Devendra Gankar for Herald TV.
Citizens of Varka have expressed frustration pertaining to alleged destruction of the sand dunes at Varka Beach by one of the leading hoteliers from the coastal belt of Salsette. Speaking to Herald TV, a few citizens have demanded the government to intervene and act immediately. As claimed by the people, the concerned hotelier has destroyed the sand dunes by removing the sand, making way for seawater to enter the locality. They also alleged that there had been violations of the CRZ norms.
Locals frustrated over destruction of sand dunes at the Varka beach by a hotelier. Few citizens have demanded that the government to intervene and act immediately. As they claim, by the people, the concerned hotelier has destroyed the sand dunes by removing the sand, making way for the seawater to enter into the locality. They also allege that there has been violation of the CRZ norms.
हांव हें सांगूंक वार्कीकारांक सांगूंक सोदता आनी आमच्या गोंयच्या लोकांक सांगूंक सोदता हे जे आमचे हॉटेल व्हडले प्रोजेक्ट हे गांवांत आसात ते प्रोजेक्टाचे ओनरांक हे मातशें पूण ध्यान दिवपाक जाय की कित्याक ही माती काडून ते वयर घालून आनी हांगा इतलो उदक पडटा आनी हेचो लेवल आमचे उदकाचे लेवल पळयल्यार आनी सँड ड्यूचे लेवल पळयल्यार तुमकां सारकें गमक जाता हे फोटवाचेर पळयल्यार आनी सारकें आमचे पब्लीक एक्सेस बंद करून पत्र्याच्यो शेड्यो मारून आमकां सगळ्यांक बंद केल्यात हांगा आनी तो खेरीत भाशेन लोकांक सांगचें म्हणल्यार हिंगा गार्बेज आनी आमचे सोरो बिचीर पाट्यो आनी पोतरी घालून आमकां स्टॉप केल्या गांवकारांक आनी तेच करून ही बायक एक आमच्या गांवांत चिपळोत आसा ती आमकां हें बंद करूंक जाय आनी गार्बेज सेपरेशन हे 5 स्टार हॉटेल जावन जुरीन हो एक बरो तेंको दिवंक जाय आनी ही गार्बेज सेपरेशनाचेर बरो एक बरो काळजीदारपणान गार्बेज सेपरेशन एक एग्जाम्पल ह्या गांवांत जावंक जाय म्हणजे एक कालची विनोनी हे जुरीताय की हांगाची माती काडून लोकांक विकची न्हय आनी लोकांक सांगची न्हय हिंगा माती काडून सँड ड्यू काबार करचे न्हय.
हांव इतलें सांगपाक सोदतां की हिंगा जुरी हॉटेलांतले पार्टी करपा लागून ते कोर्स हिंगा युटिलायज करता बिची वयर कोर्स काडून ते भितर व्हरतात बीच इज नॉट अकॉर्डिंग टू द लॉ दे कॅनॉट टेक इट आनी हो कोर्स काड जाल्यार आमगे आख्या गांवां मार बसपाक शकता एक सुनामी देखून मारली जाल्यार आमगे गांव काबार जावपाक शकता आनी चोवपाक गेल्यार हिंगा ऑलरेडी तेम कोर्स काड हिंग माड बाट तेंगे मूड देखून दिश्टी पडटाय बिचीचे वयर गेले जाल्यार बिची झाडां मूड दिश्टी पडटाय ते तेमी कोर्स हो सामान हिंगा सँड ड्यून्स आहाय ते पोतून एक्युमुलेट कोरून बीच आमगेली सांबाळपाची गांव सांबाळपाचो आमगेलो बीच दे आर नॉट डुईंग इट आनी आय एम रिक्वेस्टिंग द गव्हर्मेंट एंड आय एम रिक्वेस्टिंग द जुरी पीपल हू इज डुईंग दीस टू प्लीज नॉट टू डू इट एंड स्टॉप इट because this will affect the whole of the village, not only a few people, the whole village will get affected. See, this is inside Zuri Hotel, okay? Today I am speaking this, but tomorrow they will come against me. I don't have any problem. I am a villager from here. I have the right to speak. They are not supposed to put the garbage at the back of this hotel because this is a 5-star hotel. They are supposed to maintain their rules and regulations. They are not maintaining the rules and regulations. They are putting the garbage here on the beach. I will request these Zuri people to take out all this garbage and clean this up again. I am requesting people of Goa and fellow people of my village, Varka, to look into this, what is going on in our village, because the soil is getting eroded due to cutting of this pine trees and this what is called in Konkani Terjo, they have cut out this whole area for the parties so that they can make parties and get their business done. But I would request to see into this, even the hotel people, and get this done again and plant some more trees, and so that there is no soil erosion. If there is soil erosion, this beach will get destroyed and the water level will come up, and someday it will affect the whole village. Maybe when tsunami comes, the whole village is gone. We cannot stop the natural disasters.
Aditya Bidre for Herald TV.
It is said that a father is a child's first hero. This Father's Day, Herald TV spoke to several children, parents and some fathers too of what they feel about their father and being a father. Here is what they have to say.
Father's Day. Countless bounty of fatherhood. Herald TV spoke to several children, parents and some fathers too of what they feel about their father and being a father.
नमस्कार इष्टांनो, माझे नाव सुरभी चंद्रू सावंत. हांव रावता कोपाडे 70. हांव बापाय दिसाचे सगळ्यांक परबी दिता आणि म्हज्या बापायचे कांय गुण तुमच्या मुखार दवरता. इष्टांनो, म्हजो बापूय म्हाका खूब आवडटा आणि तो बीन म्हाका मना काळजांतल्यान मोग करता. सगळ्या सुवातेर म्हजो बापूय म्हाका खूब सपोर्ट करता. म्हज्या बापायची हांव एक अपुरबायेची धूव असल्या कारणान तो म्हजेर खूब मोग करता आणि शिक्षणाच्या मुळार खूब सपोर्ट करता. हांव म्हज्या बापायचे सगळे अपेक्षा पूर्ण करपाचे मनांतल्यान थारायला आणि बापाय दिसाची सगळ्या बापायंक आणि म्हज्या बापायक पुनवणीत परबी दिता. देव बरें करूं.
नमस्कार इश्टांनो, म्हजें नाव विठ्ठल बाबल शेळके. तुमकां सगळ्यांक फादर्स डेच्यो हुनहुनीत परबी. म्हज्या इश्टांनो, म्हाजो जन्म एका धनगर कुटुंबान जालो आनी ल्हानसना सावन हांव बाबा वांगडा गोरवांनी आनी बोकड्यांनी तेंच्या वांगडा वयतालो. जेन्ना पयलो पावस पडटालो तेन्ना कोलवाचें घर आसा, कोलवाचें म्हणजे गवताचें घर आमचें आसलें. त्या घराचेर जेन्ना पयलो पावस पडटालो आनी ते जेन्ना घर गळटाले तेन्ना बाबा कशा पद्दतीन कश्ट घेतलो ते गळपी घर बंद करपा खातीर हें हांवें म्हाज्या उक्त्या दोळ्यांनी पळयलें. त्याच बरोबर जेन्ना बाबा वांगडा शेतान वयतालो हांव जोत धरपाक, त्या वेळाचेर सुद्दां बाबान म्हाका असंख्य गजाली सांगलेल्यो. आनी खुबश्या वेळाचेर जेन्ना बाबा वांगडा हांव बोकडांनी वयतालो जंगलात, तेन्ना दनपारां बोकडांच्या साठाचें दार उगडल्या उपरांत बोकडां जी धांवपाक सुरू जाताली ती सांजची घरा परतसर धांवचे पडटाले. सो अशा वेळाचेर कांय वेळाचेर सांजे वेळाचेर दीस मावळ्या उपरांत बोकडाक घरा घेवन येता आसतना रानांतल्यान बाबा म्हाका असंख्य गजालींची याद करून दितालो. पयला आयज आमकां कशें धांवचें पडलें, आमकां कितले त्रास घेवचे पडले हेची जाणीव करून दितालो. बाबा म्हणटालो सदांच की म्हाजो आजो, म्हाजो बापूय आपूण आयज ह्याच धंद्यान आसा. आयज मेरेन आमी बोकड्यांच्या फाटल्यान धांवपाचेंच काम केलां, पूण ह्यान फुडें तूं मात अशें काम करनाका. हांवें म्हाज्या मांसाचें मांस झिजोवन हाडां झिजयल्या तुमच्या खातीर. सगळें तुमकां शिक्षण दिवपाक लागून, तेका लागून तुमी आयज विचार करपाची गरज आसा की तूं एक वेगळो मनीस जा. आयज हांव जसो बोकडा फाटल्यान धांवता तसो तूं ह्यान फुडें धांवनाका. एक सुशेग आसपी काम, एक बरें शिक्षण घे. आमकां कांय शिक्षणांतलें कळना, आमी अशिक्षीत आसा, पूण तूं बरें शिक्षण घेवन एक बरो भुरगो जा अशी एक आशा बाबान दवरली. आनी त्या आशेक सार्थ थरपा खातीरचे जे यत्न आसा ते यत्न आयज मेरेन म्हाजे चालू आसा. परत एकदा तुमकां सगळ्यांक फादर्स डेच्यो हार्दिक शुभेच्छा दिता. धन्यवाद.
देवेंद्र गांवकर for Herald TV.
For the last several months, the Central Library AC was not working. Several readers and staff at the premises had to sit and work in the humidity and bear the heat. Today, Team Herald TV met the Art and Culture Minister Govind Gowde and asked him about when this issue will be solved. He said that the repair works have been taken up and the work will be completed within a month's time.
The non-operating and operational Central Library AC will be repaired within a month's time, says Minister Govind Gowde.
So the Central Library AC चलना न्हू ते कितें खंय पावलो इश्यू तो
जालो मरे. इट इज ऑलरेडी वी हॅव गिवन ऑर्डर दिल्ली आसा ताका काम करपा खातीर आनी त्या प्रमाणे म्हाका दिसता बाय अनदर 2 months ऑफ टायम एवरीथींग वील बी जाग्यार पडटलो विशय. सो ऑलमोस्ट 1 crore rupees आमी घेत जाल्लो आसा. टोटल फ्लोर्स
ओके फ्लोर सो न्यू बशें दिले
आसा तीस मेंटेनन्स बाकी न्यू बसोवपा जाल्यार इट रिक्वायर मोर दॅन 6-7 crores.
Devendra Gaonkar for Herald TV.
The Ponda Municipal Council chairperson said it was decided to get back the PMC land lying in possession of the Defence Ministry. The agreement with Defence and with regard to the Kranti Maidan land has already come to an end, and we don't want to continue the agreement with the Defence and want this land back to the PMC. We will write back to the Defence Ministry and the Goa Chief Minister requesting to hand over this land back to the PMC.
Ponda Municipal Council will write to the Defence Ministry to hand over the major portion of Kranti Maidan land lying back to its original owner, that is PMC. The agreement with the Defence with regards to Kranti Maidan land has already come to an end, and we don't want to continue the agreement with the Defence as they want the land back to PMC.
Reality of the ground. Physically they must not feel as and very country police them to 43 lakh in the 41 lakh in the no ये लोग आणि आता नांजवईला किरे त्यांका एक्सपेंडिचर काय ना आम्ही त्यांना ग्रेड ना काय ना काय लाईट ना उडं ना काय ना नाही म्हणून वेरे मार्केटा भितर कंपोस्ट आम्ही ते आमकां एरियस दिवपाचा सगळे लोक आणि वयल्यान ते लोक आमचे सगळे शेड आसा लायट आहा सेक्युरिटी आहा टॉयलेट आहा त्यांचो सपोर्ट तुमकां कितले येता मुन्सिपालिटी आमी इतली फॅसिलिटी कॅल्क्युलेशन चुकलां अजून सांगना कॅल्क्युलेशन चुकलां कॅल्क्युलेशन चुकलां तेणे प्रायवेट चीफ ऑफिसरान प्रायवेट लँडा भितर कोण बसता पळय तेंचे कलेक्शन बंद केला no ना कलेक्शन बंद केला तेजे घालना आणि तेणे कॅल्क्युलेट केलं पळय ती एरिया जी आसा पळय ती सगळी लोक कॅल्क्युलेट केली आहा हय बरं एक सांगा म्हाका फुटपाथ ना
तर ते काय डिसिजन घेऊन आला
मी तो सपोर्ट डिपार्टमेंट तुम्ही सगळं कलेक्ट करताले
हां करताले
ऑफिस कलेक्ट करताले
हां एक महिना कधी करताले 2 महिना कधी करताले तो आता मी सपोर्ट
परत ऑप्शन करून
साधारण 1 तारखेच्यान म्हाका दिसता सोपो हें जातलें सर
एक किंवा 15 तारीख पळयतलें की आतां आमी 5 दीस ताका हें करपाक दिला आमचो हें आसा टॅक्निकल टीम तो 5 दीस हें करतलो परत सर्वे करतलो ती एरिया बीन कितली घेवन 5 दिसां नंतर आमी ते मागीर टेंडराक 7-8 दीस वता सो एक तरी जाय नाल्यार थोडे डिले जाय थोडे दीस चड डिले जावपा ना सो म्युजीक करपाक सोदता आमी रिडक्शन ऑफ ट्रेड टॅक्स फॉर बँक्स ज्वेलर्स शॉप्स ते सगळे 5,000 आशिल्ले पळय ते आमी आतां डिसिजन घेता की 2,000 करपाचे आनी जे क्लिनिक्साक जे आमी सॅनिटेशन लायताले ते नॉर्मल 800 रुपीज ते आमी ड्राय वेस्ट जे कलेक्ट करता ते लायतले सो तांकां आमी सॅनिटेशन चार्जीस लावपाना जे पॅथोलॉजिस्ट क्लिनीक लॅब्स बीन आसा ते आनी तशेंच जे बाकीचे आसा पळय फॉर बँक ज्वेलरी शॉप्स आनी फार्मासी ऑल ते फार्मासी आसा तांकां आमी 2,000 केला.
For the past 2 years now, the traditional celebration of St. John the Baptist, locally known as San Juan in Seolim, was not celebrated due to the coronavirus. But this time there is good news. The traditional San Juan will be celebrated back again on the 24th of June in Seolim.
After 2 years, Seolkars will celebrate the traditional Viva San Juan. Traditional celebration to be held on 24th of June in Seolim opposite the church.
Due to COVID, last 2 years, आमचो शानियो जावंक ना आनी दिस टायम कमिटी डिसायड केला आनी हे फारा बरो करचो म्हणून अशें उलयलेलें आसा कमिटी आनी आमी आर्ट एंड कल्चराक तांचे कडेन आमी तेंचे मागणी केल्या आमकां कितें फुलना पाकली आमच्या शानिवांक हेल्प करचें म्हणून आनी मिनिस्टर गावडे मिनिस्टर गावडे हाकाय आमी इन्विटेशन दिवचें केलां आमंत्रण तशेंच मायकल डिलायला आनी सम अदर मिनिस्टर्स तर दिस टायम चान्युआ आमचो बरो जातलो म्हणून आमी जाणा आनी ती डिटेलीन आनी आमचे मातशे थोडे रेन्युएशन आहा चान्युआचे प्लेसीस ते करून दिता म्हणून सांगला.
No, Sanyo, तुम्ही सारखीच आसा की आनी
No, all over the world on 24th only.
24th. आनी कसले बोटी बिटी कितें आनी कितके पार्टिसिपेट?
There are 9 boats are coming, 9 or 10 boats are coming, decorated boats. It is coming over here. And that on 24th, 3:30 it will start.
What do you want to say for the people? Yes, Sanyo, बद्दल लोकांक कितें सांगता?
सांजोन लोक जाणान आमचो सांजो कसो जाता आनी कितें कसो बरी करतात ते त्या प्रमाणे लोक हे पावट शुभेच येतलो.
Prakash Kadekar for Herald TV.
The feast of Saint Anthony of Padua was celebrated on Sunday. In Seolim, this is the annual fest of the church, which is celebrated with great religious fervor and tradition. Saint Anthony is the patron of the church in Seolim Bardes. He is known as Saint Anthony of Lisbon or Saint Anthony of Padua, mainly because he was born in Lisbon and died in Padua.
Seolim residents celebrated the feast of Saint Anthony of Padua on Sunday. Devotees from all across the state flocked to Seolim for the feast celebration.
आयज शिवोलचो एक भावां भयणा भागीवंत आंतोनीची परब मनयता. त्या भायर आख्खी इगोर्ज आयज जेजूच्या ओमोदीक कुडी रोगताची परब मनयता. भागीवंत आंतोनी व्हडले देवस्थान आहलें सांतिस्मान आहलेल्या जेजूचे. तर भागीवंत आंतोनीच्या देखीन ताणें देवा लागीं मागोन केलेल्या मिलाग्रीन पडोवन जावं न्हूच फकत शिवोलची भावां भयणा पूण दुसरी आमची क्रिस्तांव भाव भयणां तांकां जेजूच्या कुडी रोगताचे हे परबे सुमयार हे परबी दिता आसतना मागता की भावार्थ वाडयता म्हणून की आल्तारार दिसाची भेट चलता आसतना जेजू कुडी रोगता हाजीर जाता. गोंयकारांक आनी सगळ्या गोंयकारांक भागीवंत आंतोनीची उमेदीक परब आवडटा.
आनी आमकां भंय पडलेली खंय सगळ्याक वयर आनी सकयल रावला. हांव थोटाकलो इतलो लोक आयला म्हणून म्हणजे 2 वर्सां परब नासली न्हू बंद आसतलें. आतां उगडली म्हणटूच सगळो लोक भागीवंत आंतोनीक आर्गां दिवंक आयला आनी व्हडा प्रमाणान तांणी ह्या दिनवासनेच्या बलिदानांत आमी मिसाची भेट दिनवासनेचें बलिदान म्हणटा तातूंत तांणी वांटो घेतला. बरी भोगतीन वांटो घेतला आनी सगळे मांडावळीक आमचे ट्रॅफिक पुलिसान लागून सगळी मांडावळ केल्या. आमचे इरमाव आहात तांणी मांडावळ केल्या. सगळें बरे भाशेन जालां. कांय चुकूंक ना. आनी हांव हाका लागून देवाक आर्गां दिता. आयज दिसूय बरो सकाळीं जाय तो पावस पडला ओरभर पावस पडला आनी आतां दोग आयला वत आयला आनी बरें जालें. बरे भाशेन पुरसांव जालें आनी तुमी बरे भाशेन आयल्यात. म्हाका एक तुमचें बरें रिपोर्टर्स बरे मोगान तुमी आयल्यात आनी तुमकां हें कितें हांगा बरें जालां तें तुमी आख्ख्या संवसाराक परगटूंक सोदतात. ही एक बरी वस्त आनी हाका लागून तुमचेरूय भागीवंत आंतोनीची आशिर्वचनां मागता तुमचेर आनी तुमचे सगळे टेक्निशियन्स आहात जे वावर कोत्तात तांचेरूय जावं तुमचे गोवा रिपोर्टर प्रुडंट मिडिया नवीन टायम्स नो सगळ्यांक तुमकां.
Prakash Kadekar for Herald TV.
That's all we have in today's news bulletin. Thank you for watching Herald TV News. For more news alerts, please follow us on O Heraldo on Facebook and Twitter. Take care and goodbye.